And hello, everybody. You're live. It's Monday night, February 11th. This is Sherry Shriner. If you have any questions for the show tonight, you can send them to SherryTalkRadio@yahoo.com. I can't hear tonight, so if I'm shouting, I'll try not to shout. Somebody send me an IM. Both of my ears are just so blocked up from all this head congestion I've been battling for weeks. And so I really can't hear a thing, and so I'm just going to try to watch the levels here, my microphone. It's been interesting. The Lord confirming a few things for me over the week, and I've had a lot of laughs, and I'll share those tonight. One of the things I wanted to start off is we're into fun lately and just destroying Satan's kingdom every way we can. This whole New World Order and Age of Aquarius, this alien facade. 10 years ago, the Lord put me in the alien agenda. I just had no idea where it would lead. And I look back to then and what I knew then compared to what I know now, and it's just mind-boggling. I hear from people every day waking up. Lord's leading them to my websites, waking them up to what's going on in these last days, and they have so much catching up to do, and it's like, you know what, just lock yourself at your computer and start reading for a couple weeks. And you never look at things the same again once you start going through my websites. There's just no way. There's two very dominant things in the Bible codes, folks. One of them being Satan's mouthpiece on earth is Benny Hinn. Another being the Lord's mouthpiece on earth is me. And so it's always a war, battling it out. My great-grandfather, my ancient grandfather, King David, battled the giants in his day, and that's what I'm doing in mine. And unlike David, I've got a whole host of people around the world, warriors for the Most High, that are pitching in and helping out. And we're going to tear down the strongholds of the New World Order. Many years ago, when I was praying and asking the Lord, how can we tear down the strongholds of the New World Order, He led me to various ways we could do that, and I put up one of my first one of my 10 websites. One of the top 10 is tearingdownstrongholds.com. I just named it what He told me. My prayer to Him was, how do we tear down strongholds? And so back in 2004 is when I probably put that website up. I think thewatcherfiles.com was the second website I ever put up. The first website I ever put up, and probably the least trafficked website, but my favorite, I just leave it up for the Lord, is warfaresaint.com. And if you go to that website, there's a real encouraging and uplifting poem for warriors. And I just keep that up for Him, because it was my first website I ever put up. And it's just kind of, what do you call it? You're not shouting, you sound great. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you. It's just, I can't even think of the word. Don't you love it when you go live on radio and then your mind goes to mush and you can't think of anything? But it's just, I just leave it there for Him. And so any warrior who needs some uplifting, I go there and print that poem out, memorize it. I try to memorize it. Because we're not always going to have the internet. They're going to do what they can to shut us down off the internet, to shut down free speech. And anybody disagreeing with King George. And if you think he's bad, wait till Obama's king, or Hillary Clinton. And so it's going to get much, much worse, folks. The reason I seem to think this is one of these pivotal years that we're in is because I look at George Bush's Bible code, and I see so many events happening with him in office, still in office. And so that's what I've been focusing on lately, because I don't think we have as much time as everybody else seems to think we do. I don't care if this year is actually 2008 or if it is biblically 2009. 2009 starts in September anyway. And so it's just that the sheer thought of maybe within 2 years or less, everything's going to change as we know it. Nothing's going to be as we knew it. And so there's a timeline for you, 2 years or less. that everything's going to be changed. You know, the United States is about to take a 360. And it's a very, very scary 360 when you think about it. Not scared as in being fearful. I'm just saying the changes being made are just so unprecedented. And how do we go from a nation created as republics, somewhere switched to democracy, and then and now switching to an age of Aquarius? And we're already seeing it slowly. You know, these energy drinks that are out. You know, it just floored me yesterday and the day before to realize that this stuff's been going on under our noses for a long time already, and we haven't even realized it. I didn't realize it. I should have been the one that realized it years ago, and I didn't. I was busy doing other things. The Lord hadn't pointed it out to me yet, and now He's waking me up to this whole myrrh juice thing and this whole abomination of monoatomic white powder gold. And I was just floored. Had a house full of boys the other day, and which is pretty typical around here, and because I have sons. And there was a container of Mountain Dew energy drinks, and I'm looking at it. I didn't buy it. One of the boys brought it in. They're all into these energy drinks, and on the top of it is written "Tall Boy." And my eyebrows just raised off my head. Tall boy is another term for aliens, the tall annex, the Anunnaki. Tall boys. And then you had the usual buzzwords all over the packaging. You know, rejuvenation, energy, revitalizing. These are all buzzwords for this cleansing program that's coming in the age of Aquarius. And I'm going to talk about that tonight as well. I'm going to go through a bunch of things that I've been seeing. I haven't coughed all day. I don't cough all week until I start doing a radio show. It's almost like you just can't breathe. They start choking you and you can't breathe. But I edit that out for the recording, so you have to put up with that. One of the things I want to give you a heads up on, before I do that, I'm going to have to get into this. The upcoming events of Benny Hinn. Now, last year, a lot of fun targeting Benny Hinn, and I could see it in the Bible codes how much he enjoyed it. And so this year we'll do an encore presentation of the Lord's Warriors. Now, his website is bennyhinn.org, and you can go there and click on his events, upcoming events, and you'll see where he's going to be this year. Now, this is what we do. Well, if you live in an area he's going to be at, get to that area and orgone it. Put some orgone in the buildings around it, up on the roofs around the building he's going to be at, even on the roof of the building he's going to be in, if possible. If you can get inside the building, in the plants, in the pots, if you're going to go sit through his charade, carry it in your purse, take it out, put it at your feet during the charade, so you can get out and assimilate in the atmosphere of the auditorium. I've had people get up behind his choir and throw pucks underneath the choir. And what this does is it prohibits demons from entering that facility he's in. And so he has no satanic power to pull off his charades of putting demons into people and these false miracles and stuff he counts on. It all goes to naught for him. He has no power that night. And so he just has to go to faking it. To me, faking it is just a lot more harmless than actually hurting people. Because if he has power that night, if the demons can access him, Satan can get access to him, he hurts people. He hurts people that way. And so we're just saving a lot of people from getting hurt and just messing up Benny Hinn's night and his plans. And so some of the places targeted for the next couple months. Brisbane, Australia, he's going to be there in February 15th and February 16th. I know we've got warriors in Australia. Christchurch in New Zealand, February 18th and 19th. He's going to be in New York City, February 29th to March 1st. He's going to be in London, England, March 20th and March 21st. He's going to be in Anaheim, California, March 27th and March 28th. And Miami, Florida, the beginning of April, April